Hey, Keith here. Yesterday, my friend Wayne and I did some fishing, and I did a video on it, and I called it Practicing Social Isolation Kayak Fishing, the Pelican Catch 100. But you know what I was thinking about was, what is in my kayak? And I thought, well, why not share it with everybody? So this is kind of a spur-of-the-moment type of video. I unloaded this out of the pickup yesterday, put it on my little trailer and backed it on into the shop here, and it's been sitting overnight, and I haven't done anything to it. I haven't cleaned it out or anything, so I just wanted to share with you guys what's actually in my kayak when I go kayak fishing. So here we go. Well, like I said, this is the Pelican Catch 100. It's a 10-foot sit-in fishing kayak. It also has the ability for you to stand up in it. That just is a testament to how stable this platform actually is. I guess the best place to start is here in the front and the bow of the boat. And this is the storage compartment. And in here I have a Frog Tog jacket. All right, here's a Ziploc, keep everything dry, and in this Ziploc there's a flashlight, some sunscreen, toilet paper, hand sanitizer, Band-Aids, a couple little things. I think there's even a very small Leatherman tool, and I see a lighter. Oh, there you have it. That's a can of Michelob Ultra in a koozie. It was my one beer for the day yesterday. Here is a plastic fish stringer for those rare occasions that we may get into a mess of bluegill or crappie and decide to keep them and take them home and have a fish fry. Let's see if there's anything else. Toilet paper. Don't leave home without it. It's a 5x7 sil nylon tarp. There is a dry sack for miscellaneous whatever I need to put in it. And there is a second dry sack. You can't ever have enough of those. And that's all that's in this front storage compartment. This is really a nice boat. Hopefully I won't have to do a lot of editing. That being said, I'm sure I'll have to. All right, next I have, this is a strap. It's fastened onto the boat. This is to allow you to stand up and hold on to it, to get up and down, and if you want to stand and fish, which I've never chanced it. On this, I have a dry bag that's got a couple of floats attached, and it's attached to the strap with a carabiner. This is where I keep my electronics. Yesterday I had a battery pack with a charge cable and a phone, which is my iPhone 11, and then I was videoing with an iPhone 6. So that's there. My tackle box, pretty simple, not very big, don't need a lot of stuff. You know, weight is a big issue. In it I have just a few lures, some top water, crankbaits, just different assorted crankbaits. And most of this is set up for bass fishing in southern Indiana. Here are some more crankbaits, topwater baits. There's some frogs, torpedoes. One of my favorite is the broken back Rapala. And then here is the bluegill and crappie, just assorted jigs, spinners, different size hooks and weights. Up here is where we keep my sluggos. I have basically 3 that I really like, and I use them most of the time. It's a sweet potato. It's a Bass Pro. It's a KVD sweet potato. And that is a longer, those are 5 3/8, and these are 5-inch, and these are the bigger 6-inch. Then, let's see. Kind of hard doing this and filming at the same time. I have a pair of hemostats to get the hooks out of some of those stubborn fish, and a pair of snippers. In this compartment is my assorted hooks. Well, on this side has got some topwater frogs and a couple little spinners, like a MEPS type spinner. And there's the assorted hooks and some weights. In here is my small assortment of larger spinners. There's a buzz bait you can see, and then just different sizes of spinners. What I was catching most of the fish on yesterday was a small black spinner. Let's see right here, black and blue. That's what I caught the majority of the fish on. It's a little Strike King. I think you can get them at Walmart for like $2.50 or something a piece, which is a good deal. And over here in this compartment is another one that has more hooks. Can't leave home without hooks. Alright, let's just go ahead and look at the rods, talk about those a little bit. This is a float. It's just made out of foam. If your rod would happen to go over, it will float it long enough for you to get it. Just a standard spin cast on a 7-foot rod. This is the bait caster. It's got a rod float on it as well. And this is the one, use a heavier line and use the sluggo. And that's what that sweet potato looks like. I'm gonna tell you what, in our area, that is a fish getting bait. Let's look at this. Wayne made a couple of these for us. If any of you have ever fished in a kayak, you'll know that the wind just plays havoc with you. So to make small adjustments, like when I was floating near that beaver lodge, I would take this and just use it like a sculling paddle and make small moves, keeping the boat moving to where I wanted it. This is a elastic paddle cord. It attaches your paddle to your kayak. I use it for other things. Yesterday I had the tripod for the camera attached to this, sitting up here, and I did some of the filming with it sitting right there pointed back at me when I was paddling and talking to you. But if it was to happen to get knocked off, it isn't going very far. Here in the seat, just a couple of rags. After you handle the fish, you can wipe them off. Not the fish, but your hands. Under the seat, this is pretty important in kayaks. If you get water in the kayak itself, you can use this sponge to get it out. It works really well. And then the other thing that is so important is your life jacket. This is self-inflating. It's not the auto, but it's designed where if I was to get in, I just pull this and it will inflate with a little CO2 cartridge that's in there. You can pick these up, Bass Pro, Dick's Sporting Goods, several places. And if you watch online, you can get them on sale at a reasonable amount. What I like about these is when you wear them, they don't really get in your way, and they're there for you. Yesterday, we were in, you may say, well, Keith, you didn't have it on yesterday. We were in a really small lake. Wayne was there with me. My thought process on that was, if it was to go over, this kayak does float. And just jump all the way back here. I always keep a cushion right here. It's not attached. If this was to go over, this will float immediately. That way I can make it to the cushion or to the back to the boat, and then get the 5 or 6 feet over to shore if I need be. My paddle is just a standard kayak paddle. I like a nice long one, which makes it much easier. This one is a 94-inch. If you notice, I put a piece of tape hanging down so that when you paddle and the water runs down, it'll run right off of this and hopefully keep most of the water off of you. It does have this little deflecting ring here, which helps, but you're still going to get damp. That's one of the issues in a kayak in the winter. You're going to get damp. There's no way around. The seat is super comfortable. Sets up nice and high. Makes for an enjoyable day. Most of the places I fish are coal mine strip pits. They have a very high bank all the way around. Most of the time, if you were to go in the water, you're going to have to go quite a bit to get to a place that you can get out. That's why when I'm fishing in those pits, I always wear that other life jacket. Where we were yesterday, it was just more of a drainage type of lake and didn't have that issue. The other issue is getting in and out of the kayak, and I'm getting a little older, so I pee a little more, especially if I've had a cold beer. So I always carry my urinal with me. Yep, just got it on there. Just reach around. Makes fishing a lot more enjoyable where you're not having to paddle to shore and try to get in and out of the kayak. This is a Magellan cooler that I found at Academy Sports last year. It's amazing. It fit in there so perfect. Fill it up, and then you can just reach around. Sorry about that. Reach around and open this and gain access to your sandwich or your beverages. Has a couple of other compartments. And I talked about this a while ago. This is just a sit cushion or a throw cushion, and it makes it very nice. So there you have it. That is what's in my kayak. Hope this helps. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you like this kind of video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you on the lake or on the trail. Be safe out there. Please practice social distancing. Wear your mask. Protect others. Trail Medic is out of here.